Urban, over the last couple of weeks, going through practices, coming out here, how have you dealt with that situation, knowing that it's going to be the last time?
I try and to avoid it at all costs. Catches you once in a while, like today. Actually, in the practice when I was looking around, and I just love this group of players I'm around. I think the clarity of what's coming next has helped a little bit. And, so I just the focus is trying to win the game.
I don't know what to force it, but it's like you've gone through a bunch of senior days, right, with your players. You try to keep them focused on that moment, but the emotions come up.
Sure.
Is this a situation where players can actually help you get through that?
Sure. The ones especially over there, I know it. And so we've had a few great conversations. Not hard at all. It's, you guys know me pretty well, but as long as we keep it score, we'll do our best to win that game, and this is a big one.
This is a hokey question. You're the granddaddy of them all. You just became a grandfather again.
That is pretty hokey.
Thank you.
That's good, though.
Yeah. I mean, first of all, about being a grandfather again, what would you want to say about that?
Oh, it's awesome. And she's a pro. My daughter did great, Nikki, and he's a healthy boy, and he's doing great. She was home the next day, and it's just, that's a very important part of our lives. Shelly and I as our children, and it's been incredible.
And she has the good sense, even though she named him Urban Gray, to go by Gray.
Yeah, Gray Dennis. I told you it's a badass name now. He better hit you when he gets to be a defensive back someday.
Everybody make the trip?
Oh, the players?
Yes.
Yeah. I was going to say my grandson didn't make it.
Urban, in terms of what did you look for today? First practice out here, and first practice in a couple of days. What were you looking for specifically?
We run them and just get their legs back underneath them. We drop far too many passes at practice, which is expected. We can't drop them tomorrow, but we just try to, it's not our first January 1st or big time bowl game, so you just try to get Christmas out of them. That's why I tell our coaches, get Christmas out. We did.
Now that you're actually here, a bowl game that you've never been to, I'm sure you dreamed of as a kid. What's it like?
Well, we've only been here for this day. Obviously, we love California. It's amazing how many players we have that haven't been in California. And I didn't realize my son has never been in California. So, great hotel, and it's just to take it all in that we're going to play in the Rose Bowl is pretty neat.
Urban, for a game question here, Chris Peterson's always had these trick plays, special teams gadget plays. I know that's always been a hallmark of your career, is getting ready on special teams. What do you have to prepare for it when he's got all the tricks available?
Well, we run a fake punt now every day against our punt block team because we were vulnerable, or it could be because we were pretty aggressive on that. And getting ready for a fake field goal. Other than that, I don't think they'll do the dribble kicks. Those are all things you worry about. And then like a little pass off the kickoff return because we're vulnerable because we squeeze so many people in the boundary. It's not just because it's Peterson. It's because it's just we work on that every time we play.
When you get in coaching circles, does he have that reputation for a guy who draws some crazy stuff up?
Well, I remember when by the way, they're great friends with Shelly and I. And in the 2006 National Championship game, they played the week before us in the Fiesta Bowl. I was trying to sleep and they were on against Oklahoma. They're running all those crazy plays, the Statue of Liberty and the little flea flicker, or statue, or hook and ladder.
Yeah.
And Shelly, I remember hitting me saying, "Why don't you run those plays?" I said, "Leave me alone. I'm trying to sleep."
What are your memories of Ryan Day's year as a GA in Florida?
Oh, just you could tell he was really good. And he didn't stick around long. He had an opportunity to go be a full-time coach. So very excellent coach. I could tell back then.
Coach, are you kind of purposely soaking up each and every moment of this experience?
I am. Just there's a couple guys here to my right that we've been together for 5 years, and I want to see them have a great experience at the Rose Bowl.
What does it mean to be here for you? Do you feel like this is a different, you're in Cali now? I mean, is it...
Well, when we got here today, obviously last night, and obviously beautiful weather, and practice field was great. We had a really good day of practice, and that's all our focus is right now.
Little work, a little play?
Yeah, I'm glad Nikki or Gigi and Nate came, and I actually rode a roller coaster for the first time probably 15 years, and I survived it, so good.
What is it about Washington that jumps out? You've had a chance to look at?
Their defense is elite. Their top 10 defense. Their personnel is outstanding. 3 of the 4 really a whole secondary NFL players, and it's a really good team.
I want to know about the roller coaster.
I'm not sure which one it was, and they talked me into it, so I had to sit with Paris, and we held hands tightly the whole way. No, I'm just kidding.
I can't picture you doing it.
It was good though. First one in a while.
Is a week too long to be here? Will this be a lot of fun?
It's pushing it. It's all good if we win.
It's not just you, though. I mean, you got Johnny, Terry. I mean, so many guys last game. So handling emotions this week, how big is that for you guys?
As it gets close to the game, that's going to be real, because the names you just mentioned, I always tell people when you leave here, if we can ask you that you should have given more, that's a problem.
Yeah.
The names you just gave, you can't give any. You just can't. Johnny Parrish and Terry and many more, Isaiah, some of the other guys, you just can't ask for anymore. Draymond, Mike Weber's leaving, and those guys did everything we asked.
This is not going to feel like the end until next week, right? This doesn't.
Yeah,
You're
it's
still
all about winning, all about preparing, and the team we're playing that catches your eye when you put them on videotape. That's our full focus is on them.
Urban, I apologize.
If you answered this before, but just you made your decision.
I was looking at who you are as
Yeah, it's me.
It's the right.
You lose a bet?
It's the right character.
Oh, I love Disney, man. You made a decision about your future as it's settled the last couple weeks. How has it felt? Has it felt right to you?
It has, and I appreciate Ohio State and Gene, and I think it's going to be great. There's some things that I've always kind of wanted to do. I still will be involved with the school that I love. I've always loved and have great respect for, and maybe I can add in some other capacity.
And I'm sure you make a decision, but you don't know how exactly it's going to feel a couple days later, right? Has there been any relief to you of like, yeah,
There's been both.
reaffirming?
There's been both, but that was not a split-second decision. It was something that has been in conversation actually with Gene for a long time. What made it so much easier is the guy that's taken over. I thought first of all, I'd use the word elite because that's what he is. And I think the last 2 weeks, it's just what he's done recruiting, the management of the way he's managing his time, and discussions we've had, he's elite.
You mentioned there was a little bit of clarity in terms of what you would be doing. What will you be doing next
I think after the first, Gene and I will sit down and it's all about let's go win this game. At the right time, I think will be very spelled out very clear for you guys.
And you know that the focus next week is going to be largely on you, your farewell and all that. How comfortable are you or uncomfortable are you with that?
I think you know me better than that. I think it's about every time I'm going to talk about our players and the guys that came back and have a chance to play. Coaches come and go. The one thing that players, they'll never get to do this again. They're the ones doing the work. They're the ones that have blood, sweat, and tears put in this thing. It's our job to get in position to win. That's it.
Urban, how influential was Sonny Lubick in your career?
man.
And do you know his son Matt at all? He's like coach of
yeah.
Washington. Yeah.
Where's he at?
Washington.
Matt's there?
Yeah, wide receiver coach.
I did not know that. I know he was OC at a couple of places. Sonny's as influential as anyone. He's the one that kind of taught me a different angle of coaching, and to this day I still use it. I talk to him frequently, and yeah, he's incredible.
Do you take a little more time to reflect a little bit this week on your career, or do you try to just keep the routine as normal as possible?
As normal as possible. There'll be time for that.
Well, the great Ohio State coaches have been out at this game, but especially Woody. And there's so many legendary stories of like Woody at the Rose Bowl. We know you have an appreciation for him, but do you feel any more connection like to that legacy of Ohio State coaches when you come to a game like this where this is where Woody Hayes helped make his legacy?
Well, in the 70s, that's when I grew up and I watched every Rose Bowl. I watched every Rose Bowl parade. I saw Archie Griffin start 4 seasons in a row. Only player I think to ever do that. It's shocking to me when I look up on the thing. In 25 years, we've only been there twice.
It's crazy.
I can't believe that's happened. And then I heard Chris Peterson say that they haven't been there in 18 years. He starts to make me think, who's been here?
Yeah.
And that's when everything started changing with BCS and college football playoff.
Does it feel right that you're going to end your career at the Rose Bowl? Does this feel kind of like this is in a way the way it should be? I know you want to be in the playoff, but short of that.
It does. I mean, I'm very appreciative, and I didn't realize it until I really think about it now. To never have the opportunity to coach in the Rose Bowl and say I'm done, that would have been very hard.
Is it true? The only time you've been there, you got turned away on a recruiting trip? Chris Fowler said something on the radio the other day.
Yeah, I was driving by it like I did probably 100, 150 times because I recruited out of it for so long in Colorado State, Utah. And I had some time to kill, and I saw the Rose Bowl, and I pulled over there and tried to get in. They said, "Hey, bud, get out of here."
You mentioned in one of the interviews last week that had the Michigan score gone differently, you may not have done this. What kind of went through your mind with that? Obviously, with how it went, but how do you
I don't know. I shouldn't say stuff like that because I don't know. I'm sure that creates a lot of stuff. I do remember walking out the field looking at that score. We went 7-0 against our rivals, and that's all the really cool things we've been a part of as a staff for the last 7 years. I don't know if we can top that. And that's the respect that I have for that rivalry game. Our program does. I mean, we work that game 365. That's not a one-day game or one-week game. We put everything into that.
Where was the confidence level walking off the field that day about where you stood?
Oh, I can't remember.
You guys are multimedia. You did that video with Ryan Day for the signing day thing with the passing of the controller. Just can you talk a little bit about how that was set up and if you had fun with that?
I did. Zach Schwartz, who does a great job with us, and he asked me if I would do that, and I thought, you know what, I would, and that's out of respect for Ryan, and knowing that the support that he has from me and from everybody is over the top.
I know what you did say last week. You're going to be teaching a leadership and character course with Charles Buchanan at Ohio State. Just how did all that come together, and what are your expectations for that?
Yeah, I've actually met with him recently, and we have a great relationship with the Fisher School of Business and the dean, and we have many players that have been part of Fisher. And they came to me and asked me, and I thought about it, and I didn't want to do anything half speed, so I wanted to take some time and look at my calendar and even talk to Gene about it. And I love to teach. We taught a class over in the Woody Hayes facility, and I've been a guest lecturer before, so I look forward to doing it.
What are kind of the lessons that you think you want to teach people in that class? Are there certain things you kind of envision that these are the things I learned from football that can apply to business?
Sure. It's well, when you're a coach, you get asked to speak a lot of corporate events, and over the years I've done at least 100 of them, and the correlation between what people in corporate America face and building a team, and especially a team like Ohio State, major program, there's a lot of similarities. So I just hope to share some things about team building and leadership.
Brian Hartline had the interim tag removed moving forward. Just can you talk a little bit about what Brian Hartline meant to the team this year and with the interim tag on?
Oh, he was outstanding. He came in and he was blessed though. He had 4 grown men, actually more than that. He had, the 3 seniors, 5th-year seniors, KJ Hill and Austin Mack, and just really mature players. But he gives you instant credibility because the way he, 8 years in the NFL, and he works extremely hard. He's been doing great.